Let us understand how to apply factoring techniques to solve equations. Here we have 4 different examples, and these are difference of squares, right? I'll solve them in different ways. Let us see how to solve such an equation. The equations are x squared minus 4 equals to 0, x squared minus 9 equals to 0, x squared minus 16 equals to 0, and x squared minus 49 equals to 0. You can pause the video, solve, and then check with my solution. Now, I hope you remember, if I have x plus y times x minus y, if I multiply this, what do I get? I get x squared minus y squared. So that's kind of a reminder that x squared minus y squared could be written as x plus y times x minus y. Correct? So factoring we could do like this, right? X squared minus 9 equals to 0. I could write, think about it like this, x squared minus 3 squared equals to 0. So I can factor this as x plus 3 times x minus 3 equals to 0. Correct? So that's a factoring technique which we have learned for difference of squares, right? Now, when we solve equations, we need to make left side equals to right side. Now, x plus 3 times x minus 3 should be 0. That means these should be individually 0. Each factor should be 0, right? Now, x plus 3 is 0 for x equals to minus 3, and x minus 3 is 0 for x equals to plus 3. And therefore, we have two solutions, and we can write down our solution, or the answer is x equals to plus minus 3. So that's one technique of factoring. The other technique which you learned about factoring was product and sum, right? You know, this is a quadratic equation, and in this quadratic equation, you can think about it like this: x squared plus 0x minus 4 equals to 0, right? So in this case, you are looking for two numbers whose product is minus 4, right? And their sum is 0, right? That is the sum. Well, the two numbers could be plus 2 and minus 2. Do you see that? So we could use plus 2 and minus 2. It makes sense, right? Let me expand 0x and then show you, right? So we are just expanding it. That is, we're trying to understand what we already know in details, you can say, right? So what I've done is I've written 0 as 2x minus 2x, right? These are the two factors, correct? Now here we can take x common, and so we get x plus 2 here. In this case, minus 2 common, giving us x plus 2 equals to 0. X plus 2 is common. So we are left with x minus 2 equals to 0. We get the expected answer. X could be equal to minus 2 or plus 2, which I can write as plus minus 2, right? So that becomes the solution for this equation. I hope you appreciate it, right? Now, you can use either one of these techniques to solve these two equations, correct? So this should be how much? Square root of 16, right? So at times what we do is, we know this should be a square, so at times we do square root of 16. We know whenever you do square root, you should write plus and minus. So you should have two roots, plus and minus 4, right? So that gives you the solution x plus 4 times x minus 4 equals to 0, right? That gives you x equals to plus minus 4 as your answer. Do you see that? So this square root technique works, right? Square root technique is kind of same as writing 3 square, right? So square root of 49 is 7, right? So x squared, we have minus 7 square, right? That is 49 square root, right? If you do square root of 49, what do you get? You get 7. So whenever we do square root, we know we could write plus and minus. Minus 7 squared is also 49, correct? That's the reason. So this factors as x plus 7 times x minus 7 equals to 0. That means x equals to plus minus 7. That becomes our answer. So I hope you understand now difference of squares and different ways of factoring difference of squares. Thank you.